we talk about Advent and Christmas as two different seasons. We have an Advent season leading up to Christmas, and then we recognize a season that goes from Christmas Day all the way through to the baptism of Christ. This is not simply calendar time, it's liturgical time. And liturgical time is founded upon the life of Christ. And not just, his, okay, he was born on the 25th, he got circumcised on, 8 days later, and kind of like different points in his life. But if Christ is God's plan for all of time, Advent celebrates that, on the one hand, the anticipation, the time prior to Christ, the BC time, by focusing on the prophets and this kind of sense of growing longing for when is the Messiah going to come. And then after, later in Advent, it starts focusing on, but there's an after too. After Christmas, there's an after. And after represents the rest of time until Christ's coming again. And there's themes of both the before and the after being celebrated during Advent. Advent is looking not only to the first coming of Christ, but it's also looking to his final coming. And then the intermediate coming as well. Advent is also pointing you and me to encounter him now because he's alive. That by his incarnation, death, and resurrection, he's made access for us to know him. So, again, this is part of that. The life of a Christian is entering into the kingdom of God now. It's not just holding on, hope I don't screw it up and I can get to heaven without too much time in purgatory, but that we're living right now in a renewed world, or at least a possibility of a renewed world based on our exercise of faith, hope, and love. That's why we spread it out, because life is not lived just on one day. It's not just about, woohoo, Jesus is born. Now it's just life is normal. It's just, no, we're all of life. Every day is another day in the kingdom of God. And we have to, and this liturgical time helps us be mindful, or that's the intent of it, is to keep us mindful that we're living in the kingdom of God while here on earth. And we're trying to live the life of the kingdom right in here on earth. We'll have eternity to do that. But right now, it's still our role. It's still our responsibility to live as citizens of the kingdom of God.